So in this segment, we're going to be talking about comments recently made by Richard Neal regarding the Northern Ireland Protocol, the Good Friday Agreement, and a couple other bits and pieces. He says that the protocol issues appear to be manufactured. So let's have a listen to what he's got to say.
We, as always, we're going to meet with everybody who has an interest here. But the protocol's dispute seems to me to be a manufactured issue. That I have on this delegation people who are experts at trade, and they also would confirm that they think these issues on the trade front, if that's really the dispute, could be ironed out quickly. So what we've heard so far, clearly from European Union, is they want to find a solution. What we've heard from the minister and the Taoiseach and the president, they want to find a solution. We, in the congressional delegation, want to find a solution. So I think now it's up to London to help us all find a solution. We, as always,
And he's right that it appears to be manufactured, because it is. It's manufactured by the DUP. The protocol's been around for about, a year and a half now, and then suddenly, over the last month, they've had enough. He's spoken to everyone. They've got, trade experts there that can look at the customs issues and figure out what's going on here, and evidently they're probably saying, these customs and things like that, they're not actually that bad. So it's just madness. He's gone around, he's spoken to people, and they're trying to figure it out. He's been fairly respectful. The DUP are not happy about him, but we'll talk about them in a few minutes. So Richard Neal, who is the chair of the is the chair of the House of Representative Ways and Means Committee. Sorry, struggling to speak here or read. He's a very powerful congressman. He's a very powerful congressman. He has a lot of sway over the Democratic National Party, and he's an ally of Joe Biden. He's a good friend of Joe Biden, and once he's done, he's going to go back to Joe Biden and speak about what he has learned on his 9-day visit, or however many days it's been. Neal is heading a 9-strong team from the US House of Representatives, and that has Democrats and Republicans in it as well, cross-community. He said the mission comes against the backdrop of increased concerns about the failure to revive the Northern Ireland Protocol institutions and Northern Ireland political institutions, so it'd be Stormont he's talking about, with the DUP refusing to get involved in that process until its concerns about the protocol are addressed. The government last week signalled its intention to override parts of the protocol, and it very much looks like the government have kind of backtracked on that, so I'll talk about that in a separate video. In an address to the Seanad, which is the upper house of the Irish Parliament or Assembly, Neal said that is worrying, and it is a worrying and uncertain time. The delegation will travel to Belfast and meet with all political parties, so that would be the DUP, Sinn Féin amongst others. The delegation is interested in protecting the precious peace in Ireland, he said, adding that he understands it well, having encouraged US President Biden to take it up. Bill Clinton to take it up at the time, and he would have been one of the ones involved in that process as well. So for those who argue he has no idea, he would have been one of the ones that got the Good Friday Agreement across the line, because let's not forget here, the Irish Republicans didn't trust the British government, and for good reason. It took a lot of international effort to get the Good Friday Agreement done. Mr. Neal said Brexit poses an unprecedented challenge, or unprecedented challenges for the island of Ireland, which is true, because it creates a new question of where does the border go? If it doesn't go in the Irish Sea, where are you going to put it? He warned that we're losing institutional memory in the UK. I wonder what that means, institutional memory. Is he talking about why institutions are important? That's the only thing I can think of. Any incautious move to undo the protocol would put at risk this durable agreement that we helped to create, talking about the Good Friday Agreement, which is true. That in any case, unravelling the protocol does create that question once again, where does the border go? Because right now, the pieces that put the Good Friday Agreement in place no longer exist. They're not there anymore. Everybody gave up something to get to this point, and he's right. Everyone did. The Nationalists gave something up, the Unionists gave something up in order to get the Good Friday Agreement. America will continue to nudge and nurture this agreement, he said. America's a guarantor of the Good Friday Agreement. Neal said that his delegation is bipartisan, and at a time where there is limited common ground between Democrats and Republicans, which I'm not going to go into because that's a nightmare on its own. He says they have found an agreement, as always, on Ireland, and that's important, that they will always agree on Ireland, that peace in Ireland and Northern Ireland is a fundamental issue in America. Peace needs to be undying an undying commitment and dedication. Nobody wants to return to when a border control across the island divided its people, he said, which is true because that's where you're going to run into a lot of problems. The protocol is important and its implementation must be the subject of a negotiated agreement and not unilateral action. So the Americans being very stern here that the British government has to go back to the negotiating table. The only way we can get there is through negotiations. He does not look impressed there. Ireland has an unbreakable spirit marked by optimism, he said, and to be fair, he's not wrong given the history of Ireland, at least my limited knowledge of it. Earlier on, Neal said he believed the problems with the Northern Ireland Protocol can be ironed out quickly, and then the dispute appears to be manufactured. So he's saying that things can be sorted out. Maybe, I don't know what specifically he's hinting at, but based on the fact that he has spoken to trade experts, they must be looking at what kind of things can be changed in order to make the protocol work better. With the manufactured comment, is absolutely correct. It's the DUP and the Tories causing this. The only things that are worth adding is he hopes that this is not about domestic UK politics, which it is about UK domestic politics. This is about Liz Truss wanting to be leader of the Tory party. We go to this article is from the 24th of May. And this tweet here is from the 26th of May. This one's hilarious. So Donaldson says his meetings with the congressional delegation was frank and robust. Says the US visit was the most undiplomatic he's experienced. What were you expecting? Neil to roll out the red carpet for you? Honestly, it's hilarious. This was the most undiplomatic he's experienced, saying he told the delegation the DUP's words and concerns are not manufactured. It's genuinely hilarious. Sorry, genuinely hilarious that he's calling them undiplomatic, saying the DUP's concerns were not manufactured when they are. It's just their desperation to cling on to a union, a country in England that doesn't care about them, not at all. The idea that the Tories care about Northern Ireland is a joke, when the Tories are the ones who did a lot of damage to the Northern Ireland economy. Because of the Tories, Northern Ireland won't get a lot of money they would have received from EU structural funds. It's just, oh my god, man. Respect to Neil. I don't know, his policies on the US domestic front probably aren't that great. Probably standard centrist Democratic candidate, but he's no Bernie Sanders. But on this stuff, on Ireland and Northern Ireland, he's pretty good. He would have been one of the ones that helped get the Good Friday Agreement over the line, one of the ones that pushed then President Bill Clinton to do something, and boy did they get something done. But anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, support the channel on Patreon if you can, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.